Like so many of you, days and nights, weekends and holidays, we ask ourselves, who is the fastest on-screen superhero?
Curious myself.
We want the fast without the furious as we have a nasty need for speed. From the small to the big screen, we'll be ranking the 10 fastest speedsters by their speed as well as what they show they can do with it. We'll only use one candidate per franchise, or else they'd all be from The Flash. On your marks, get set,
Go!
10. Dash, The Incredibles. Dash can run really fast and also has really speedy reaction time for close quarters combat. His little legs pump so fast he can literally walk on water. To do this, he'd have to have a forward speed of 85 miles per hour. In order for him to place the thumbtack on the teacher's chair and get back in his space in the 0.066 seconds it took, he'd have to be moving at a speed of 475 miles per hour. That'd be one nightmare of an 8-year-old to try and put to bed. 9. A-Train, The Boys. Amazon's The Boys gave us a darker than usual superhero world where the collateral damage and the damage that superheroes cause is heavily focused on.
I can't stop.
When we saw A-Train accidentally run through Huey's girlfriend Robin, this set the tone for the whole series. One moment she's there, and in less than a blink, she's a pool of floating blood. The ESPN speedometer clocked our boy at a whopping 371 miles per hour in his race against Shockwave, enough to blow the spectators' hats off. He's also a skilled enough fighter and light enough on his feet to dodge Starlight's light flares, and doesn't always need to be backed up by his family in battle like Dash does, making him a much more self-sufficient speed machine.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fast, baby, like I'll roll, you know?
8. Slingshot, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Elena Yo-Yo Rodriguez gets her nickname from the way she uses her speed. Wherever she speeds off to, she snaps back into her start position with equivalent velocity. She's the last person you want to face in a shootout as she can disarm you before you even think about your weapon. It's her mastery and the precision of how she uses her gift that places Slingshot on our list, as she'll do her thing before you finish your thought.
You grab the weapons and out.
7. Shazam, DC Comics. When the wizard Shazam made Billy Batson his teenage champion, he was blessing the young man with the speed of the Roman god Mercury, giving him the sprinting chops to hold his own in the superhero majors. In the 2019 movie, this version of the man-child discovers his speed when he hears a lady being mugged. He darts over there using his hyperspeed at about 40 miles per hour, or 64 kilometers per hour. He uses it again to save a careless Mary, and when zooming over to do damage control on the bus he endangered. His speed mixed with his super strength and lightning power makes Captain Sparkly Fingers pretty canon. The hero, formerly known as Captain Marvel, would be much higher on the list as he is as, if not more powerful than the Metropolis Marvel, if he were a little more mature. 6. Daphne Millbrook, Heroes. In the Heroes mythology, Daphne Millbrook had cerebral palsy and had her legs in braces at all times. She then gained the ability of super speed and became a key player in the fight against the tyrant Sylar.
How are you doing this? Are you a speedster too?
The mere fact that she can move when time doesn't is an indicator that she was designed to be in the speedster big leagues. Although she wasn't able to outrun a nuclear explosion, she later was able to harness her powers and run backwards in time. As was revealed in the Season 3 episode Duel, she only seems to be able to go back a few minutes, but that's more power than us mere mortals could ever hope to have.
Gotta go.
6. Supergirl, DC Comics. Beyond Flight, Supergirl's Kara has some real foot fire. This Kryptonian singing, tap dancing sensation is also an intergalactic track star. After an awkward meeting of Barry Allen where both their egos get put in check,
How did you do that?
I'm Supergirl.
You're who now?
they agree to race. She can keep up with the world's fastest man, which is quadruply impressive in this moment in time as he's wearing his tachyon suit, which amplifies his speed fourfold.
Oh, yeah. I feel that.
After giving her future Arrowverse ally a disarming smile, she launches him back to Earth 1 from Earth 38 with a smack on the back. What's with these DC heroes? They're always challenging each other to races.
For the record, I got here first.
4. Superman, DC Comics. We all know about Superman's blazing fast speed. Its most outrageous display was when he lost Lois Lane, and in a rage he darted around the world so fast it reversed its rotation, turning back time. In the DCEU, we know he can fly at least as fast as the Flash,
Slowpoke.
but it's the power he's able to generate on foot that we're going to focus on here. Superman outran a train in the 1978 movie. We saw him keep up with the Scarlet Speedster in the animated series in a race around the world. Although when they got caught in Weather Wizard's trap, Soup started flying, saving his legs, while Flash kept going on foot. Since their first race in this episode got interrupted, they gave each other a private rematch. Unfortunately, the show creators ended the episode with a non-ending, like they did for Rocky and Apollo Creed's private rematch in Rocky 3.
Maybe I went here with the wrong guy. Come on, watch yourself. Ready?
Before the Man of Steel mastered the art of flight, he was a teenage boy in Smallville who relied heavily on his super speed. 3. Quicksilver, Marvel. Both the X-Men and MCU versions of Peter Maximoff offer a blazing fast mutant.
You didn't see that coming?
From pulling bullets out of the air, to operating in fights like the other guys are on pause, to pulling people out of an exploding mansion in several trips, or out of the way of a runaway train, this guy is almost immeasurably fast. Hey, have you ever wondered why people don't break apart when he moves them at that speed? When he breaks up fights, he knows time is on his side, and he does so with major league swagger. He's so fast, so often after he pulls one of his solo operations, nobody even knows what happened. We'd love to be able to move at Mach 5 or 3,681 miles per hour. That means it would take Quicksilver only 3 minutes to go around the world. Fast enough to make Hawkeye miss and get the drop on the almighty Captain America. 2. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sega. In the animated series Sonic X, Sonic taunts and teases the S-team of jet-powered Formula One racers,
The S must stand for slow motion.
showing them their proper place in the speed world. He even leaps out ahead of them and runs backwards, adding insult to injury just before he breaks the sound barrier. In Sega's Sonic Colors, he outruns a black hole, which clocks him at around the speed of light at 670,616,629 miles per hour. No easy feat. In the blockbuster Sonic the Hedgehog, this little blue devil is able to pull not just one, but several projectiles out of the air, all before saving his 2 falling friends before they hit the ground. He's able to move in space in a slot of time so minuscule we could barely even perceive it. He also plays solo baseball where he ghosts every position. When he hits an inside the ballpark home run from his own pitch, he runs the bases over and over again, generating enough energy to create an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, wiping out the power grid. Talk about OP. When this furball runs, he's virtually unstoppable. The way he blows by the speed trap.
What?
The way he operates in bar fights, and the way he moves when he's turbocharged truly cements him in the Parthenon of the great on-screen speedsters of our time. 1. The Flash, DC Comics. Faster and more powerful than Godspeed, Zoom, Accelerated Man, Kid Flash, the Reverse Flash, Savitar, and all other on-screen Speed Force junkies is the Flash. Blink and you'll miss what Barry Allen can do. This guy can outrun Apocalypse's deadly Omega Rays. In the Justice League Unlimited episode, Divided We Fall, he travels around the world to gain momentum in order to give the Luthor Brainiac hybrid the form tackle of a lifetime. He can travel back in time to deliver interchronological telegrams, like he did for Bruce Wayne in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
She's the king.
In Elseworlds, he and Supergirl raced in opposite directions to slow down time, almost burning up their skin in the process. He can and has put his money where his mouth is, as he's raced everyone and come out almost always on top. Most impressively, he can create Flashpoint, a reset point for any and all mistakes. In the Flash Season 2 episode, The Race of His Life, he decides to right the biggest wrong of his life, the murder of his mother Nora by his mortal enemy, the Reverse Flash, when he was just a boy. He also does this in Justice League, The Flashpoint Paradox, and again in Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War. Doing this takes a monumental emotional toll on Barry Allen, as it creates new timelines where the people he loves sometimes suffer. This is the pinnacle of his power, and is why he tops our list. Could he be the one to take out Darkseid in the upcoming Justice League Snyder Cut? Time will tell.
Dostoevsky.